What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Why We Golf. My name is Ricky and this series is called Break 40. Pretty much play 9 holes and I practice throughout the week, and I'm going to show you my round and hopefully I break 40 after 9 holes. So this is week 2. A big thing that I focused on this week. Last week I think I said I was focusing on hitting down on the ball. I really changed like a small fundamental difference in my swing that I think will help in the long run. It wasn't really a big change, but it's just a different way of thinking about how to hit the ball. Instead, I felt like I was trying to scoop the ball, but now I really feel like I figured out how to get a divot in front of the ball. So I feel like I'm pressing the ball better, taking better divots, and just not missing as much as I normally am. So just better ball contact overall. So that's what I was focusing on at the range this week. I went to the range I think a couple days ago. This is just an in-between day in the week. I have a round booked this weekend, so hopefully I can take what I learned and what I did at the range to the round. I think it's gonna be a good weekend. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna break 40 for sure, but maybe my hopes are a little too high. It's only week 2, but we'll see. I'll set up the camera and show you the small change that I worked on this week, but I think is going to make a big impact on my swing. So give me a second. All right, so I'm not gonna be able to show you my full body just because my camera lens isn't wide enough. Okay, that just made me sound wide, but not that wide. Anyways, camera's kind of small. Not gonna be able to show the entire body, but I'll just show you the main differences in the swing right now. So I guess up until last week, I felt like the low point of my club, I know it's supposed to be in front of the ball. So you're coming down, you hit the ball, and then make contact with the ground. However, I still kind of had my hands at impact, they were level with the ball. So it kind of makes it hard to, I guess, push your low point in front of the ball if you don't deal off the club. So my old swing, I would go up and I'd come down and I'd hit the ball almost in a scooping manner. But now I feel like I have a really good grasp at how to come into the ball with my hands much further. Notice the shaft lean is in front. And as I'm coming down, I feel like I know how to make the bottom of my arc in front of the ball now. So I've been taking a lot better divots, I've noticed. I played around just casually the weekend before, and the compression and distance is actually much further. I feel like I've gained maybe 6 or 7 yards. I know, not crazy, but on every club. So I really feel like I'm hitting down on the ball better, and compression is better. And in turn, I feel like club face control is a little bit better too. I'm not gonna explain why, that's just how it feels like for me. So I'm really looking forward to this round on the weekend, and yeah. So you'll see the range session, and hopefully you'll kind of see my shots. I will say during the range session, I was focusing more on hitting down, so I wasn't focusing on dropping the club under the plane. So I hit a lot of, I wouldn't say slices, but a lot of the shots are going right. But just keep in mind, I'm focusing on one thing at a time. But anyways, I'm looking forward to this weekend. Alright guys, so this is after the round. Overall I shot a 91, which is not too bad for me. Usually I'm shooting in the mid 90s, so a 91 is pretty good considering I had a couple blow up holes. I think they were both on camera, unfortunately. A triple, was it a triple or a double? I think it was a triple and a double back to back, so it was a little rough. Overall, I'd say driving was really good. I hit a lot of fairways and I was hitting the ball pretty straight today. What kind of killed me was my irons. I just wasn't hitting that many greens. I will say the iron shots I did hit well. I took really good divots and I'm really happy with the compression I'm getting on the ball. There was one iron that I hit. It was a 7-iron on the par 5 that I got a par on. I was laying up to try to get to about 100 yards and turns out I just like flushed that 7-iron 180, which that yardage is not usually my 7-iron. My 7-iron usually goes 165-ish, so compression on the ball today was really good. The number one thing I need to work on next week is just work on my irons. I think one of the biggest things I noticed, I'm getting really good contact on the ball now, but since at the course, my swing is usually quicker than it is at the driving range. So I just find that I don't make the full turn a lot at the course because I'm kind of jittery, nervous, and I just rush my swing so I don't take the club all the way back. I noticed I was definitely over the top for a lot of my shots, but since I was still closing the club face down, it ended up just being like maybe a little fade. I think I only hit a couple real slices this round, but majority of my shots were they were going pretty straight, so I'm happy with how I played. I think next week, in addition to good compression, I want to try focusing on neutralizing my club path. Not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet, but just got to focus and see how the range goes. But yeah, overall driving was good, compression was great. With the irons, I just was not hitting greens, and I think I just need to work on my path and make sure, because I noticed I kept on my scorecard where I was missing, and majority of the shots that I was missing was right. So, I mean, that tells me something. So I definitely got to focus on hitting greens. I think I only hit like maybe 3 or 4 greens out of all of today. So definitely something to work on, but 91's not too bad. I'm happy with the progress considering it was kind of a rough round for me. But yep, that's a wrap for episode 2. Episode 3 will be the next week. So I'll see you guys later.